Amazon has become a behemoth of a company that everyone loves and loves to hate. There are some choice innovations, acquisitions, and power moves that all of us entrepreneurs, whether we liked it or not, we're envious of what they pulled off. But did Amazon grow too big for its own good? I honestly think so. And I'm going to tell you why in this video coming up. Bezos has made so many cool moves. All of these moves that has driven it into innovation, the operations and logistics against perishable goods, physical goods, all over the world, digital content, audiobooks, cloud storage, so many smart moves. Not just because he went into that space, but how he optimized their existing infrastructure to go into those spaces. This is like mind-blowingly awesome, especially if you have a product management background. There is so much to learn. I am completely, truly, he is one of my heroes. All in all, between innovation, partnerships, and all of these logistical things that are going around in the background, how the hell did they pull off delivering things in 3 days? Anything, almost anything, right? That's crazy. With all of this stuff, plus digital goods, their stocks were $3,000 a share, and their PS ratio is only around 4. If they're willing and able to be able to continue on this trajectory, I honestly think that's a bargain. But now, I have a serious beef with Amazon. And it goes like this. A couple months ago, a couple of my friends told me that they no longer buy from Amazon. It was kind of like an offhanded conversation. They're like, I don't trust Amazon anymore. I brushed it off. I just thought they were buying random shit. Didn't work out. Too many returns. Stopped doing it, right? But for me, someone who has been lucky enough to have become successful enough to shamelessly buy everything I see on Amazon in terms of hobbies, in terms of groceries, all sorts of things. I love Amazon. I just thought my friends were not using Amazon correctly. Until the last 2-3 weeks, I noticed that the same thing is starting to happen to me. I will search for something that I want or need, obviously, and I will find it on Amazon. I will look for the high reviews so that I know that I'm making a bargain, not a cheap purchase, right? But a bargain choice with high reviews. That's what I always aim for. My Asian blood is strong. I make that purchase, and today, out of the 5 orders that I've made in the last month, I had to return 3 of them. I'm so irritated, I'll just tell you, right? The first thing was a bottle of probiotics. After 3 weeks, I opened the jar, it smelled like a fucking dung beetle shat in it. It was, I just don't understand how this can happen. But if you look at the reviews and sort by recent, there's a ton of people saying that this product, make sure you buy from a source that's not from India. The next thing about electric toothbrush replacement tips, it had high reviews. It was not cheap. It was like $30 or something like that. And it came, and the quality was like the type of quality you get from the 99-cent store. It was clearly a knockoff. And then the third thing, I'm doing some renovations. I love tinkering, right? So I bought a box of 12 LED canister replacements. I put them in, and so far, 3 out of the 5 I put in have gone out of a box of 12. You see where my frustration lies, right? This should not be happening. I'm not buying shit product here. But because Amazon has built their platform perhaps a little bit too open, we now have sharks swimming in this space, selling shit products, ruining it for everybody else. The fact that Bezos is stepping down, their competitors who are pushing this whole unique, trustworthy product kind of a story is making a shit ton of money, meaning they have good traction. And that Amazon has honestly become so big that whether you like it or not, I think there is a reasonable chance for the current administration to investigate them as a monopoly or not. All of them added together, I think it makes Amazon an incredibly risky investment. And if you think about it, it's very, very interesting to me that in this 2020-2021 period, you have Shopify, Etsy, eBay, all basically pushing this message of uniqueness, trustworthiness, and genuine products, right? Which is very, very interesting that all of these companies are thriving during this space. Even Walmart and Target, all of these companies, in my opinion, have a better value prop as an investment today than Amazon. So all said and done, this is a prime example of why I invest in companies where I actually use it, right? I have a very keen awareness of what's working and what's not, so that I know when to step in and when to pull back. Most of my friends now, what do they use? Target. Now that has become a hotspot for me to look into as the next step of where my investment goes into. I would love to hear your opinion about all of this. What are your thoughts? Do you still use Amazon today? Have you run into fraud issues? Do you invest in Amazon and why? Or maybe you invest in the competitors. Why do you do that? I would love to hear your feedback, see your thoughts, and if you have any questions or concerns or suggestions, hit me up as well. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to working with you next time. When I was in the 6th grade, we had a fantasy stock competition. Amazon just became public around that time. I put my entire portfolio onto Amazon because that's how much I believed in Amazon as a company, as an idea. At the end of the year, I won the whole thing on that single bet. And that is when I knew I had a passion for investing.